Hello and welcome back to another Windows 2008 server tutorial. We are learning Active Directory, and in last video we learned how to create a simple group policy and then how to associate that group policy to a user group. Today we'll continue on the same thing, and in fact it is something a bit more simple than what we did yesterday, but this will help you understand the topic a bit better and the structure of the Active Directory a bit better. I'm logged in as administrator on Windows 2008 server. This is my local computer and this is a remote desktop screen of Windows 2008 server. I'll start administrative tools and I'll go to Active Directory users and computers. That's how you add new users to Active Directory. We created this organizational unit yesterday and I want to create a new user in this organizational unit. So I'll right click and I'll say new and user. So I'll type in the name and I'll type in the login name which will be used by users to log on to the system. I'll say next, and the system wants me to create a password and then confirm password. I'll use a password that has 5 characters in it. Okay, and for simplicity I'll just click this one. I'll say next, and notice what happens when I click finish. It comes up with an error. It says Windows cannot set the password for SimSim because the password does not meet the password policy requirements. I want to show you where that password policy is and how to change that policy, or how to find out what is the minimum complexity or minimum password length requirement. I'll say OK and I'll just leave it here. I'll go to start, administrative tools, and this time I'll go into group policy management. Group policy management, and we have our forest and we have our domain, and I'll expand domain and I'll go to group policy objects. Notice the default domain policy is applied to domain. These were the two policies that were already created, and this is the policy object that we created. I want to right click here and edit, and I want to go to policies, Windows settings, and security settings, and accounts policies. And in account policies there is a password policy. Single click here, and on your right hand side it says minimum password length 7 characters. Remember, we typed a password that had 5 characters in it. You can change this. So I'll double click on it and I can say 5 characters, and I can make it more complex. I can say 10 or whatever. I'll say apply and OK. Now this is not it. This is this thing. I'll close this and it will still not work. So I'll close this again and I'll try to finish this again to create the user, and it comes up with the same message. What I have to do now is to start, and I'll go to command prompt and I'll drag this window so you can see it a bit better, and I'll say gp update. I'll press enter, wait for policy to update. User policy update has completed successfully, and computer policy update has completed successfully. I'll close this, I'll say OK, and I'll try to finish this once again. The user has been created. That's how you change the password requirements. Thank you very much.